Welcome back. As the buzz swirls around the upcoming Mr. Independence pageant, Hot 7 reached out to one of the organizers to get a sense of what patrons can look forward to. The organizers took time to provide a sneak peek into the competition, as well as to address public perception making the rounds on social media platforms. Solange Alfred reports.
Come Saturday, February 9th, the Cultural Center will come alive with the first ever Mr. Independence 2019. 8 young men representing various districts around St. Lucia look to put on a spectacular display of national pride as they go head-to-head in 5 segments consisting of ambassadorial speech, sportswear, talent, evening wear, and interviews. Mr. Independence 2019 pageant coordinator Mervyn Joseph is urging the St. Lucian public to come see history in the making, as this is the first ever pageant of its kind in St. Lucia, spearheaded by pageant aficionado Gregory Lord.
Most persons would know that Mr. Lord was the one who did the Miss Independence over the past years until Events Company of St. Lucia took over. So he decided that why not try something new. Our 40th anniversary of independence, so he decided to do the Mr. Independence. And I can tell you, St. Lucia, that these gentlemen are so well prepared that you are going to have a massive show on Saturday, February the 9th at the National Cultural Center. So we're looking forward to having quite a bit of you come out to see that extensive array of talent and intellectual from the gentlemen on Saturday.
The 8 contestants are Jameson Edward, Castries Southeast; Treasure Actil, Castries North; Brendan Joseph, Castries South; Jabil Springer, Castries Central; Cardias Constantine, Dennery; Shaquille Florence, Miku; Franil Shalry, Grosley, and Deshaun Augustine, Viewfort. Meanwhile, Joseph addressed the controversy and rumors surrounding the pageant, insisting that Mr. Independence 2019 is simply a platform for talented young men to express themselves.
As we know, people believe that pageant is always for female, but we do have young men with talent. How else can they express and show the talent that they have? And they're just doing it because of the love of the arts and to show off their talent, because who knows? There are persons in the audience who would see them and we don't know what's going to happen for them. On the positive note, all of the gentlemen are all confident that they're doing it because of the love of pageantry, and they're looking forward to Saturday. So despite all what is being said about them, they do not care. They're just ready and set to deliver the best production that you could ever get in any pageant.
Joseph says that the future looks bright for Mr. Independence. With this first showing and the caliber of young men coming forward, he notes that a marriage of sorts may even be in the making for Mr. and Mrs. Independence in the future. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Carlin Purcell is focused on empowering more women to lead. It's an acronym for To Live and Engage Authentically Daily. As a certified growth mindset, emotional intelligence, habits coach, creator of Success Planner, and CEO of the Sister Talk Group, individuals and teams go to her when they're ready to double their leadership impact, productivity, and upgrade their lives. We spoke one-on-one about her upcoming workshops in St. Lucia. She is brilliant, she is motivational, she is a phenomenal woman. It is such a pleasure to have Carlin Purcell with me. Carlin, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I know you're on a mission to help empower St. Lucian women. Tell me about this trip back home.
Yes, it's such a pleasure to be back home, and especially in the top of 2019. It's a new year. So many people are setting goals. They're getting ready to make 2019 the best year yet. So I'm here to help women to do just that, but also to think beyond the comfort zone, to be too much, and to set goals that are bold and powerful so that they can realize their fullest potential.
For you, how did you get to this level of consciousness where you're, as they say, living your best life? What was that journey like?
The journey to living my best life came from living a lot of not so best life moments, right? And I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. We all have moments where the obstacle came, the challenges came, those moments where you question yourself. Am I going to make it? What kind of year is it going to be? I can't take on any more lessons. It's too much. through those dark moments, I was able to create different habits and rituals and systems just to help me to get out of the funk and to not stay there. Like the funk is okay. There's nothing wrong with the funk. It comes, you know, we don't live in a bubble. Life happens. But the key is when life happens, it's how you get back up. How do you design a life where when you get knocked down, you don't stay down, but you continue to keep going no matter what comes your way. So that came from doing this for me and doing this for a bunch of amazing clients that I serve around the world. And St. Lucia is my home. St. Lucia has my heart. The women of St. Lucia are my sisters. Even I don't know everybody and everybody doesn't know me, but for me, giving the gift or the tools that I want every woman in St. Lucia, young girl in St. Lucia, to have the tools that I didn't have growing up, because no one told me it would be possible. I had to discover that for myself. And now that I have, I want to share that mission with everybody else.
All right. Now, of course, the audience has heard that you are from St. Lucia.
Yes.
You are currently based in Canada, correct?
Yes, I'm based in Toronto. I am from Bas-Labowie, a bush girl, came from the country. But I've been living in Toronto for the past 15 years, and I do come back off and on. At least I try to come back at least once a year, and this is my first trip for 2019.
So for people who underestimate the power of positive affirmations and having someone like a life coach or motivator, oh, you could just, watch a video on YouTube, you'll be fine, just suck it up. What do you have to say to the naysayers who perhaps do not appreciate the need for this sort of coaching and sisterhood and bond?
Mm-hmm. I always say that I'm not in the business of convincing people. So the people who come to me, the people I work with, they're high potential women. They're women who are ambitious. They know they're here to do more. They know that they are destined to use their talent, their gifts to make St. Lucia better, to have a global impact, to empower the lives of the women and men and the older generation in our communities as well. So those people, I can't afford to waste energy on them because I'm not in the convincing business. But what I am is the people who are ready to get to that next level. These are the people I take with me. And yes, the YouTube videos and the motivational thoughts and quotes will only take you so far because we have a lot of unlearning to do. We all inherited things from society, from our parents. That was instilled in us that does not serve us today, but no one taught us how to unlearn those things so that now we can choose and design the life that we want based on the legacy that we want to leave behind. So yes, you can start with the YouTube video, but at some point you gotta do the work, and the work's messy. It's messy, it's like you'll cry your way through it, you'll stomp your feet through it, but I'm here to tell you that for somebody who has gone through, and I know I haven't gone through all my challenges yet, but I've been through some pretty significant trauma, and I'm here to tell you that you can get onto the other side if you're willing to do the work. And that is why I designed the Success Planner, because it's like a sustainability tool for transformation. You can say that you want to change, but if you don't change your habits, if you don't change the day-to-day things that you do, if you don't increase your circle of success or positivity and align yourself with people who are doing, you're going to go right back into your old habits and the old version of yourself.
So for people who want to benefit from your expertise, how do they do that?
So there are a number of ways. So for example, the Success Planner, I often tell people, and I've had people who told me that they're like, girl, your Success Planner is too cheap. I would pay like $200 for that. Because what I have done is that I've studied the habits of people like Tony Robbins, Oprah, Ariana Huffington, Napoleon Hill, Jack Canfield, Sir Richard Branson. I'm like, what are you doing? Like Oprah went through some serious stuff. And we all have people in our lives we know who have been through so it's like, what did you do? How did you get there? How did you get the strength to get up every day, every time life slapped you in the face? So I took these success principles and I created it was an Excel sheet. It wasn't always a journal, right? It was, at the time, it was just like, how do I practice what they're doing daily? And will I see a benefit in my life? And that's exactly what I did. It was an Excel sheet and I started practicing having a daily gratitude. Training my mind to see the good in every day and even in the good in some of the people who did hurt me along the way. And that changed my outlook on life. It changed my paradigm. I started doing what we call perspective taking. I stopped blaming myself and people for why I am where I am, and I started taking responsibility for creating the life that I want. And that is how the Success Planner came about. It's now a journal. This is our 4th year. And it's not just my story. There are several ambassadors, like Success Ambassador Louis Victor and Ursha, who have actually seen results in their lives as well. And there are tons of other beautiful warriors out there who are using the tools to create a life that they love.
So how do we access the journal?
So I'm here, then down here, we're doing a pop-up shop tomorrow at 758 Books at Gablewoods, from 10 to 2. So I'll be there answering any questions, signing any planners, meeting, all the beautiful warriors I haven't met from here from St. Lucia. We're doing a private workshop on Sunday as well. And then on Monday, we're doing a private mastermind as well at Stonefield. So really, really excited about that. So it's a working couple of days, but this is what I love doing, so really excited for that.
So are the workshops open to the public? Can people
The
join?
one
I know
for
you said one is closed.
Yes. The one on Sunday, it's for anybody who had pre-ordered or gotten a success planner. So they should have received an invitation already. So we're going to be spending some time together, diving in a little bit deeper to the planner, and I'll be back. So get your planner. I definitely will be back. We also have a lot of online masterclasses as well. We have a success kit with tons of tools, planner mood boards, and strategies to help you to make the most of 2019.
And just from your observations, what would you say are some of the challenges facing St. Lucian women that keeps them from achieving their full potential?
I mean, we know that there are systematic, there are some economic barriers. Even if I reflect on when I grew up in the bush, I didn't really have access to a lot. It was a neighbor who was like 20 minutes away. He used to check books out for me out of the library. That's how I discovered my love for reading. So I'm not naive in thinking that there are some people who have challenges. But on the flip side, for me, it's not believing in themselves enough, right? And allowing what people say to determine who they become. Because it doesn't matter what people say. We don't have to take it. We don't have to believe it. And a lot of us, we minimize ourselves and our worth because we believe what other people said. I think the other thing, too, is there's a scarcity mentality as well. Because people think like if they help each other, they collaborate, then that means, oh, I can let you shine. What does that mean for me? We think helping another woman means that there's less in the pie for me. There's no pie. The abundance is out there. What's for you, it's for you. What's for me, it's for me. Nobody can take that away from me. So I would say if I had to wrap it up, I would say most likely is the scarcity mindset, is that fear of, A, will I do it? Will I succeed? What will people think about me? Definitely one of the challenges. We need to start taking steps towards eradicating that mindset so that you can show up fully, so that we can leave this world a much better place than we found it.
It was such a pleasure having you, such a pleasure speaking to you, and I hope that as many women as possible get to benefit from your expertise, the experiences that you've had. Get the success planner.
Join the movement.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
Anybody who's listening to this, if you're feeling stuck, just know that you're worthy of your dreams and your desires. So have the courage to take that first step and trust that the help, the resources, the people you need, they're waiting to help you to get to that next level.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Up next, sports news with Tennyson Glasgow.